Hello, 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 hello. Welcome once again to a Prog Reborn. My name is M. Kosler, and this is my progression style playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't know what it means to have a progression style playthrough, you can always look in the description below for a link to my introductory video. As well as if you happen to be in live chat, you can type in !intro like I just did. You get that same link. If you'd like to know the next time that I go live, best and easiest way is to just go ahead and subscribe to the channel to get those go live notifications. Next option would be to join our community Discord, and love to have you in the community Discord. Same thing, if you happen to be in live chat, you can type in !Discord for an invite link to that Discord, as well as in the video description below the live stream or the VOD. It's going to be the same thing. One final word of warning: this is not a reaction playthrough. This is not my first time playing the game. I am up to date with patch 6.55, the latest patch in Final Fantasy XIV as of this recording. So I may or may not, without warning, make reference to content beyond what my character is at, who is still mired in 2.0. And if you're worried at all about any sort of spoilers, game spoiler, something you might learn from supplemental material, or even things that we know so far about Dawn Trail, this is your opportunity to get out now. So yesterday, I believe it was, yesterday we did turn 5. So we got complete with coils. So we just have a few more items on our checkbox. Let me pull up my checkboxes here. We still have all of our hand and land professions to get to level 50. We're gonna get at least botanist up there to 50 today. I would like to get miner and fisher up as well, although we're gonna spend some time picking up some of these disciple of the hand professions to start with. I also keep forgetting that I need to do all these guild hests, and then we still need to start a free company. I'll probably leave till the very end. Let me see. Trust withdrawal items. Yeah. So I made my way back to my home server because that's all fish. One, I wanted to do this stuff with my retainers, and two, you're not able to actually complete the level 50 quest really aren't the same. Okay, buffalo beans. Let's see if any others stack up. Kind of doubt it. Couple. Okay. Let's retrieve those. Put in another. Try to do some sales. Put this goat skin. 43,986. 3497. 3497. I like to, especially on these lower ones. Often people are just looking for a single one. Try to make it a little more appeasing. Like here, it's like, oh wow, it's so much cheaper, but I gotta buy 69 of them. It's probably better sales. Well, actually, honestly, I don't know. I was gonna say, you know, it's a better sales tactic to do it like that. But I know I would look at the next one down, as long as the price difference wasn't astronomical. Pick the single copy. Wow, these aren't selling for much at all. This one, I think, yeah, doesn't sell for that much, so we can go ahead and do them all at once. Let's go to the other retainer. Dump the rest of this stuff here. Let's see, that's bait, not bait. Okay. Cool. So, for the spruce logs are in Kurthus. They're at the crack of dawn, so we're not actually that far away, I don't think, from being able to do these spruce logs. So we're just gonna hang out in Kurthus while we are waiting. Let's see, I have to do Truth of the Forests. And then, oh, not there, I want that. I think these are in, yeah, Western Highlands. Bomb Ash, Sigoli. I have any already? Yes, I have a bunch already, so I don't even need to do that. What about Plague Fish? Not have any Plague Fish. I think what we'll do while we're waiting, luckily you're able to do Truth of the Forests while you are grade 5. You're able to do Truth of the Forests while you are waiting for, or while you're on something else. Shards. Only grade 5s. Interesting. Time to Giving Land is the other one. That's 4 shards. Probably should not waste my GP. I want to make sure that I can get 3 logs in one go. Fighting over there. It's just NPCs. I thought that was like a black mage spell. It's just the Avis, is that what they're called? Scale can tell me what their name exactly is. Pretty sure it's Avis. If I recall correctly, you're not going to learn really until Snowcloak. But if you recall, if you played past that part, you'll know that those are actually heretics. Those are men who partook in a dragon's blood. They make reference to the idea in the quest line, the MSQ quest line that goes through here in 2.0, but I think he turns into a wyvern in that quest line, like one of these. The inspector who, or the fake inspector. And I believe wyverns are actual from birth dragonkin. Even reproduction via dragons is interesting. If I remember correctly, I believe they are all asexual, and they are all basically genderless. Played through the post-patch Endwalker stuff. This reference to between Vitra and Jediah as his sister, but even in the patch they talk about how, you know, when he first makes those references, he's like, you know, we're not saying that we're brother and sister isn't really the right thing to say, but he doesn't go too much further into it. Double check we're on the right spot. Let's see, let's go back to here. Let's go to Spruce Log. Earth's Highlands, 9 a.m. I thought it was much earlier. Okay, so we got a lot more time before we before it pops up. So I think what I can do while we're waiting, rather than continue to do this, is head back to Gridania. Pick up some see, can I do a custom timer? Timers. It's alert. I know there's a way to do it. Custom timer FFXIV. Alarm is what it's called. Alarm. Add alarm for Eorzea time. AM at 9:00. Cool. This thing back. So while we're waiting, let's go ahead and pick up some disciples of the land. Or disciples of the hand, sorry. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Carpenters Guild. We are the artisans who take wood and grant it new form and purpose, as the archer's bow, the lancer's spear, and the novice's shield. Carpentry holds any appeal. You should consider joining our guild. Might you be interested in learning the ways of woodworking? Wonderful, wonderful. Before we proceed, I think it only right that I acquaint you with our guild's storied past. Since the founding of Gridania, we have built our homes and crafted our weapons from the trees of the Twelveswood. As our nation grew and prospered, the woodworkers' repertoire expanded to encompass a greater variety of articles, and carpentry developed into an art. At first, there was no association of carpenters. Each individual worked and sold his services independently. However, the advent of watermills meant that more efficient construction methods were needed, along with formalized maintenance regimes, all of which necessitated organization. The Carpenters Guild was founded to oversee the operation of watermills and promote cooperation between woodworkers. Now, I must mention at this point that we owe much and more of our prosperity to the Great Loam Growery. Thanks to the hard-working botanists, we are blessed with the finest lumber in all of Eorzea. This confluence of ideal circumstances allows us to provide all manner of goods and services to the people of Gridania. My apologies, that was rather longer than I intended. Still, I trust you have gained a greater understanding of our guild. We expect our members to drink deep of the collected wisdom that the guild has amassed over the course of its history, to actively seek an understanding of wood and the techniques required to work it, rather than simply waiting to be taught. We expect, in short, nothing less than total commitment to the craft. If you wish to start down this path, speak to me once more, and I shall explain to you the enrollment process. Would you like to learn more about the enrollment process? Sure. Wonderful. I should mention at this point that Timbermaster Beaton assesses all would-be apprentices personally, so to obtain his approval before you begin. Timbermaster Beaton can be a harsh and unforgiving man, but if you love the craft and have the will to learn, you could ask for no better tutor. He is, quite simply, the finest carpenter in Gridania. Of course, it will take you some time and no small amount of effort to comprehend the full extent of his teachings, but you may rest assured that he will not lead you astray. That said, when you meet him, I would advise you choose your words carefully and, resist the urge to run away. Another green adventurer come to play with saws. Well then, I suggest you first speak with the... Oh, you've met with Korg, have you? As well, know that the decision to initiate you into the guild rests with me. Tell me true, adventurer. Have you a mind to devote yourself to the art of carpentry? Look on your face bespeaks determination, or mayhap trapped wind. Still, you look strong enough to hold a saw, and if your resolve is indeed genuine, I give you leave to remain. time being. However, you are useless to me in your current state. You are as a seedling, some potential, perhaps, but no more. But no more like to thrive than perish. Experience is what we require, boy, and I shall give you the means to acquire it. Take the saw. It's old, yes, but sharp as needs be. Now, prove to me that you're not completely incompetent by taking up your new tool. If you've done so, present yourself to me for inspection. Bum bum brum bum. Cool. Saw. No, not the miner. To carpenter. Reassign gear. The method beaten is testing fledgling carpenters by challenging them to crafting maple lumber. Good. You've proven that you know how to grip a saw. Do not mistake it for a mere tool, for it is part of you. Your arm. Put down. Can you put down part of your arm? No. Mark me then. If you do put it down, or worse, lose the bloody thing, I shall use mine own saw to demonstrate to you the pain of losing a limb. But I jest, one-armed carpenters are scarcely half as useful in my experience. In any case, merely holding a saw does not make you a carpenter, whatever some might think. You must become one with it and learn to feel with it as you work the wood. To wit, you must first know the wood. Demonstrate your knowledge by bringing me a length of maple lumber. Maple lumber is made from maple logs, just so. Our man Furiel, by the entrance, will furnish you with such logs for a nominal price. Of course, any fool knows that fresh-cut logs are laden with water. To guard against decay, use wind shards to hasten the natural drying process. Do not forget to do the same. Crafting logs, blah blah blah. I think so. Let's see. I search maple log. Search for item. We have some already. Go and pick up. We already have. I'll also pick up the bomb ash that we already have. We're in Proggies. Said. Logs, there's maple logs, and then I need bomb ash. There's sand. There's grenade ash, there's bomb ash. Just need 10 of this. Boom, 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 boom. As mentioned before, Pharaoh has maple logs in his stock, as well as many other materials you may require. Ready? Show me what you've brought. Processed maple lumber. Yes, I feel it. The wood tells all. For no careless cuts. Saw and carpenter moved as one, as if dancing. You see this grain, how it flows softly like syrup? Durable yet pliant, suitable for weapons and armor both. This child is maple. Trace the grain with your fingertips and memorize the lines. Consider every characteristic when choosing your material. It means to know the wood. The maple lumber you've brought me is acceptable. You've passed the first test. And for all it has grown, your knowledge is still lacking. You must needs learn more. True carpenter knows the qualities and uses of every tree in the forest. You know the lines of maple better than those upon your own hand. Return to me. I shall have another test for you. Until then, child. Bum, brum, bum. Turn in that bomb ash. Visioning, bomb ash, hand over. Cool. And it said maple clogs. Need some more maple lumber. Clogs. Log. Need. How much do I have? Oh, I've got 31. Okay. I need to buy any more. Just need one. Can't even actually like improve the quality. Oh. And now I've got basic touch. So let's make another log. Then we'll go to the clogs. Quality, maple clog. Turn in the high quality one for extra experience, if I remember correctly. This one. Just about to hit time here. Switch over. Teleport to Kurthus. Yeah. Okay. Oh, got it. Whiff. Cool. This is part of the crashed ship. One of the crashed ships. Should you have difficulty locating the spruce trees, remember, anyone with knowledge of the truth of forests can see them only after waiting from dawn till sundown. If your eye is a true friend, you'll come upon mature trees unlike any you have seen before. Follow all that, Em? Very well. Gather 3 spruce logs and bring them back here to me. Rough cut log from spruce timber. Remarkable gathering, Em. I see that Fufucha has trained you well. I had a mind to deliver them to Fufucha straight away, but I just received some troubling news. Heard that we here in Kurthis are locked in the war with the dragons, have you not? A recent dragon raid left many soldiers and settlers without shelter. The carpenter in the area is doing all he can to construct new lodgings, but lumber is painfully short of supply. I share your concern for Fufucha, and I'm sure you agree that our first priority as botanists is to help those in need. My Fufucha herself taught me as much. Please, seek out the carpenter and deliver him some spruce logs. The people of Kurthis need suffer without a roof over their heads no longer. Yes, I don't have a chance. Are you either blind or stupid? I'm a busy man. Busy doing what you say? Searching for lumber, that's what. No end of houses that need rebuilt after being smashed to bits by those damned dragons. Why haven't you noticed there's a war going on here? Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I've no time for chit-chat. Take a look around. These ain't hospitable lands. Without shelter, people will die. Damn it all, there's not a single sturdy log left in all the highlands. Why, this... I've seen wood like this. Where in the name of the 12 did you find this? Think that lumber of this quality could be found in these lands. Well, I'll never forget this kindness, friend. Those trees will save lives. Those trees will save lives. You bet they will, little missy. Speaking of which, whom do I have the pleasure of addressing? My name matters not. I'm just a humble botanist and nothing more. I would bid you speak to my colleague, Roy at Timberlord's Lodge. He will see that you'll never want for lumber. I don't know who you are, miss, but I'm glad we met. The gods are truly watching over us today. Three logs are gonna build houses. Here we go for a walk, Em. When Yanni suggested I travel to Kurthis, I had not the slightest idea what she had in mind. The moment I laid eyes on this forest, I remembered. Was that your intent, was it not, Em? You, Yanni, and Roy? Your gentle concern for my faltering heart is not lost on me, nor is the meaning of this forest. Trees themselves speak volumes. Seeds, the art of botany, the love and reverence for nature that we brought to Ishgard, taken root in the lands and the hearts of the people, and grown strong, strong indeed. As strong as the majestic spruces that once more grace these snow-swept highlands. Spruces will now provide shelter and comfort to those who have been ravaged by war. Like the 12's wood, this forest has suffered greatly in these times of strife. Yet this forest has strength. A strength that has harbored since time immemorial, and it shares with us. Strength that goes beyond logs we harvest or the herbs we gather. I must never forget this lesson I have learned here today. Contrary, I must share what I have discovered here that hope might take root again in the hearts of our countrymen. Let's return to the Gridania, M. 12's what is calling us home. What's the fish that I need to get? Plague fish. Where do we find that? Plague fish. Burnt Lizard Creek, Forgotten Springs, or Finland. I need Bass Ball for it. You hear him? The leaves whisper to us, welcoming us home. I think I'd almost turn my back on them forever. The battle rages on, and the forest will not go unscathed. Gridania and Ixal hack away at innocent branches and uproot forest flowers and shrubs for their own self-seeking causes. Sadness, the powerlessness is at times too great to bear. Yet if I were to walk away, who would tend to the wounded forest in my stead? There's only so much that a lone botanist can accomplish. And yet every seed that is planted, every tree that takes a root, brings us one step closer to a future where we live in harmony with the forest. In my pain and frustration, my eyes have been blind to this truth. Thanks to you, Yanni, and Wright, I see again. Rest easy, Em. I'll remain here at the Growery. How could I not? The forest needs every friend it can muster in these dark times. It would seem I still have much to learn. I'd be honored to continue to walk the path of the botanist with you. Not as guildmaster and apprentice, but as peers, fellow shepherds of the forest. Be you ever safe in your travels. At Slops looks like a big upgrade. Slops. Alrighty. That is botanist down. I'm marking that off on my checklist there. We said we needed to go to Forgotten Springs. Some brass balls. Here maybe. Junk vendor. Here. Richington Mender. Said also Honeyworm works. Back over here. Honeyworm and Surfed Basket. So we're going to Honeyworms. I need to be level 35 for that. Where can I buy brass balls? Oh, also the whole level is 35. So Burnt Lizard Creek. That is here. Probably going to Little Amigo instead. It's our merchant and mender. Balls. Let's go, I don't know, 20. Already had a ton. I get for not paying attention. Got auto sneak on, so don't need to worry about it. Seat over here. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Dark bass. What's that? Copper fish. Auto release the copperfish. I forget when they introduced desynthesizing something. At that point, it's probably better to, once you get desynthesization, I don't know, that's how you would say it. Leg fish, that's what we needed. Back to Gridania. This variety of freshwater fish has the queer habit of wearing the skulls of small drowned animals. It's not exactly known why. Well, that's creepy. Before we get too much further, let's continue with carpentry. Master Beaton wants you to craft 3 maple shields. It's plain. what did I do for him? It was like a raspy voice. It's plain from your bearing that you and your saw have begun to move as one, as true partners. Good. You're ready for the second test. Must be the wood. Before you brought me maple lumber to demonstrate your knowledge of wood. This time I want you to demonstrate your ability to create with it. I bid you craft me 3 maple shields. For this you require maple lumber and bronze rivets. As you would expect, our guild supplier, Burial, has no shortage of that which you require. Should you desire a more economical solution, however, you might consider a more traditional method of acquisition. Any materials essential to our craft are harvested by our steadfast allies, the botanists of the Great Realm Growery. Friend one of their number, you might be able to come to a mutually beneficial agreement. Or, if you'd rather not be beholden to another, you could even try your hand in botany. Go and do not disappoint me. He gave me a bunch of shields. I already have 2. Where? Armory chest? Okay. Here. I need 1 maple lumber. Then 2 bronze rivets. No real incentive to make these high quality. Matter. I turn it in. What's this? You've already bent the wood to your will. You must have been part of being a thaumaturge and a conjurer. You are no workaday carpenter. That much is plain. Well done, child. Your shields are most satisfactory. The pattern of the grain, the lingering scent of maple, your choice material is excellent. The construction above criticism. Few carpenters can claim such skill. And Ellison once favored shields of woods. Do you know this? The Ellison once favored shields of wood. Today it's not so. They, like your adventurer brethren, or want to choose the surety of the armorer's metal. A shield of wood provides ample protection for a lower price. It's readily made and readily replaced if broken. And while not quite so sturdy, it may yet serve to spare a man his doom just as readily as any shield of metal. You shield and spear with your strength to pour your life into the wood that others might preserve their own. This is what it means to be the wood. Such responsibility is not to be taken lightly, child. You have passed the second test, and in so doing, you have earned this amateur's claw hammer. Though a saw will suffice for many tasks, a carpenter who wields blade and hammer both can perform his trade with greater ease. To improve as a carpenter, it is essential you learn to use the 2 tools in combination. Continue to refine your skills and return to me when you are ready to take the next step. Blah, 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 blah. Feet? Yeah, we can go with the feet. Ready? I think it is the only other one here is leatherworker, but not 100%. Leatherworkers back for here. No, no, no. Leatherworkers Guild. Yeah, it's just leatherworker. Greetings and welcome to the Leatherworkers Guild. Here we produce the finest leather goods, taking care to honor the lives which were sacrificed for their creation. Our leather armor is worn by the archers and lancers of this great nation, and are favored by all who prefer that their protection does not come to the cost of nobility. If you wish to place an order, I'll bid you visit Fin-Il Fineries. If, on the other hand, you have a mind to join our guild, I should be happy to assist you. Would you be interested in becoming a leatherworker? Nothing would make me happier than to welcome a new initiate into our ranks. However, it's essential that you first understand the burden every leatherworker must bear. As you cannot have failed to notice, the Twelveswood is blessed with an abundance of life, and we Gridanians have hunted the forest's creatures for both nourishment and clothing. But Gridania is unlike any other place. The elementals that watch over the Twelveswood have never looked kindly on the taking of life, and those who flout their governance do so at their own peril. The elementals decreed that life not be taken without due necessity, and so the Trappers' League was formed to regulate the hunting of animals. The Leatherworkers Guild was subsequently founded to manage the fair and equitable distribution of pelts. Nowadays, adventurers are a major supplier of pelts, and leather goods have become widespread. But in times past, they were rare and precious. The Leatherworkers Guild has not forgotten those times. We treat leather with no less respect than the living creatures whence it comes, and craft goods of the highest quality. In doing so, we honor the lives lost and minimize the need for further killing, as an oft-forgotten benefit of our product's surpassing durability. Our guild is also the sole producer of the famous Fin-Il brand of leather goods, the pride of Gridania. These products represent the ultimate expression of our core tenets and the transcendent technique which shaped them. Know, though, that being a guild member does not automatically make you a Fin-Il artisan. You must earn the right to become one. For most of the leatherworkers here, having the fruit of their labors bear the Fin-Il brand is yet a distant dream. That is the life which awaits you, should you choose to walk your path. Success will not be handed to you, but I guarantee you will have the opportunity to seize it. So, if you wish to make a name for yourself and craft goods which are the envy of all, come to the right place. Speak to me once more if you wish to learn about the enrollment process. Sure. Very well. I invite you to speak with Guildmaster Geva. She's a brilliant artisan, personally responsible for the creation of countless Fin-Il products. You've doubtlessly heard her name before. The Guildmaster's patterns are uniformly elegant, and with them even novice craftsmen can cut their materials with minimal waste. It is for her to decide if you are fit to join us. She can be found in the work area within. Present yourself to her and do not waver in your determination. So you wish to become a leatherworker? You've spoken with Randall. You've been told what it means to work with leather. Weight you must carry, the responsibility you must bear. Not just to the elementals, mind you, but also to the guild. Our craftsmanship is unrivaled, and each member is expected to live up to that reputation. As you join, there's no turning back. If you dishonor us, I shall flay you myself and make a chuggable saddle from your hide. I swear to uphold our traditions and be the best leatherworker you can be. Very well. You may learn our craft within these walls. You seem ill-equipped to do even that. I'll give you a head knife to help you on your way, but the rest is up to you. Do not presume that your association with us means your work will bear the Fin-Il name. If you've proven yourself worthy, you will not be permitted to so much as touch a Fin-Il product, much less craft one. Now then, if we're to continue with your initiation, you'll need to put that knife in hand first. Talk to me when you're ready to begin. Bum, bum, bum. This one. Mended, we've already got it on. And then Leatherworker. Gauge your potential. Guildmaster Geva wants you to prepare a circle of leather. Well, you passed the first test, gripping your knife by the handle and not the pointy end. Now it's time to see how well you can wield it. Make me a circle of leather. You need animal skin to do so. Newcomers to our craft often imagine that they need to hunt in order to obtain materials. But if you have the sense the gods have gave a chocobo's arse, you realize that's hardly the case. Osgith, over by our receptionist, sells most of the items commonly used in our craft. However, she cannot supply you with earth shards. And that's it for my advice. The rest is up to you. If you've made that circle of leather, bring it here to be inspected. Can't say I have great expectations for your work. Just see to it you do not waste good skins. Away with you. Alrighty, we need... we're supposed to make a circle of leather, which is one of these. We should have one of these. Our own retainer. So let's go ahead and do that first. For this. While we're at it, let's take a look. Leather calot. That is just from leather itself, so. How much do I need for the 2? So let's make one more. Should give me the level 5, which will give me basic touch, so that I can make the high quality version and turn it in to Provisioner or the Grand Company Quartermaster. I guess the Quartermaster is the vendor. Is the letter ready yet? When you're finished, bring it here to be inspected. See Osgith if you lack the necessary materials. Is that in game? Hold on. Oh, it's outside somewhere. Like a cricket. Stopped. Damn cold for crickets. Ah, this is leather. This is indeed leather after a fashion. The work is amateurish in the extreme. The leather is unevenly tanned and practically unusable. But you show promise. Well, about as much promise as the leather you haphazardly crafted. Still, it's apparent you paid due respect to the life from which it came. If you performed any worse, I would have cast you out without a second thought. But you didn't, so I won't. Approach each task in earnest as you did today, and I'll continue to advise you. However, you alone are responsible for your development. This is a business we're running, and neither I nor your seniors have the time to hold your hand. Apply yourself to learning our techniques, and return here when you have acquired some skills. Then I'll have an errand for you to run. Basic touch, so let's make this. I only need one of these. satisfied with my progress. You knew this use that knife I gave you? Gods no, it doesn't happen very often, but you've chanced to find me unoccupied. Why don't you show me what you've learned? Let me see you make 3 leather chokers. After all, there's more to our craft than simply tanning hides, and chokers are just about the simplest thing one can make. We need circles of leather and animal sinew to accomplish the task. Osgith can provide the sinew, and I'm sure you recall the method for making leather. Techniques have improved since last time. Now, while we have an ample stock of skins, there are other means of procuring your materials. Hunting for your own pelts, for instance. I know what I said about that before, but that was assuming it was necessary. Choosing to do so is another matter. Indeed, it may teach you to appreciate the source of your livelihood. Not all other workers are wont to choose this method, but you're an adventurer, are you not? When you finish your work, bring your chokers here for inspection. Chokers, leather chokers, there they are. Pretty sure I probably have sinew in painter as well. Sinew. 3 of them, so I need skins. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I don't think that's actually that's a different version of the white mage garb. You finished your work then? Suppose there's no denying that these are leather chokers. Truth be told, Napo Oppo could have achieved similar results given skins, sinew, and time. Oh, but I don't mean to make light of your efforts. You fulfilled the order precisely as requested. A job well done. Now then, I will teach you something to supplement your learning. Through physical training, the body can be made strong and resistant to injury. That's how the throat, which remains a vulnerable point. Although a leather choker provides less protection than a metal gorget, its simple design makes it ideal for everyday application. Its simplicity also makes an ideal choice for beginners practicing basic techniques, and for guild masters assessing their progress. As you would make a passable leatherworker, one among the nameless multitudes who scrape a living out there. The rise to become something more is contingent upon your efforts. Consider this amateur all a reward for your efforts. You will find it an indispensable partner to the head knife as you continue your training. Now I must return to my work. If you have a chance to find me unoccupied again, mayhap I will teach you something else. Till then, keep your nose to the grindstone. Already got the patents. Go ahead and pick up that. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Stops being in the way. Click over here to expert delivery. Kind of cool looking. Right, what am I doing? I'm going to Limsa. I think I have a couple things. I have my new fishing quest over in Limsa. And there's also a couple. What I'm thinking about, I know there's a ton of guilds. Oh, right, there's the culinarians, and the armorers, and blacksmiths guilds here. Start with this fishing quest. Oh, I switched to botanist. This is what Boo would have you attend to another incomprehensible customer. The catfishing fish for Lin has raised quite a stir. He was so pleased with the quality and quickness of the delivery, he's been raving about you to anyone in earshot. Now the word's swirling around Limsa about a fabled fisherman who has reached the ears of your fellow guildmates. Though most of them have no idea who you are, it doesn't stop the lazy sunbathers from fabricating folk stories about you. Meanwhile, Chicharoon's done his part to add to your fame, singing your praises well beyond the walls of the guild. So well beyond the walls, in fact, the goblins have come to enlist your help. Tuxtex is a friend of Chicharoon. We're somewhat obliged to hear him out, though I don't expect him to be much more intelligible. Loath though I am to admit it, we'll most likely need Wawalago again. Chicharu told many glory tales of mighty Fishbringer to Tuxtik. I forgot what I did for Brayflocks. Tuxtik is friend, Chicharu is friend, Fishbringer is friendly friend, yes. Moon was shining in easter seas of Lenosha when most lovely fish appeared. Tuxtik wonder if a friend Fishbringer can bring back lovely fish from Moonsea. Some interpretation here, Wawalago. So the goblin gets a glimpse of some gills, and I'm to guess the game. Naturally, I know what you need to net. I'm only surprised you saw fit to solicit my support. The moment you mentioned the moon on the easter seas of Lenosha, I figured out the frisky fish you're fixing to fetch. Full moon sardines. Schools of striplings migrate under moonlight through the Strait of Merlthor to return to their mothers, or to meet their makers. Easiest time to take them too, pluck them plumb in their prime. From dusk to dawn, the droves dip and dive down Bloodshore. spinning spoon worms in the water will snag some sardines and sate your sponsor. Have any spoon worms? But they said Bloodshore, so that means we're going to Costa del Sol. And from dusk till dawn, so right about now. Oh, that's the it's the fate for the 11 event. What we want. Hemingway, no, you can't breathe. There's a big shark somewhere out here that patrols like these fish are patrolling here. Stuff always used to scare me. I need to set that to toss back. Maybe this over here. That looked like a couple of fish. Somebody doing the quest. Maybe a couple people doing the quest. Just want these other fish. Full moon sardines. He said from dusk till dawn. It is still in that time period. I need 7 more and it's rapidly moving. Sardine that's over a foot long think of when I think of sardines. Not a, I talked the other day about thinking that this type is the life, but I'm honestly not that big of a fish person. A seafood eater. So if I do eat seafood, I prefer ocean fish to river and lake fish. I won't turn down salmon, and I enjoy shrimp, but I'm not going to go out of my way for it. We used to catch catfish growing up, and my dad would clean them and grill them. Maybe fry them. No, I think we would fry the catfish, but we would definitely. Let me toss that back. We would definitely we would go fishing at lakes and catch trout, grill the trout, and I never liked the taste, and it was always far too much work just to eat, because these, you know, if you're catching, you know, a trout, they've got all those tiny little rib bones that go on through the meat. And if you're catching it and grilling it, sure, you'll clean the fish, but you're not going to go through and like try and, or you're going to get rid of most of it, but there's always going to be some of those little bones in there that you're probably going to have to just pay attention to when you're eating, so that you don't stab the roof of your mouth. It wasn't the cleaning of the fish that got me away from wanting to eat fish. I know a lot of people, they like to think that chicken or your steak or whatever just appears like that in a package. It was just the taste and the effort required just to eat the thing. I did go deep sea fishing once, and that was a miserable experience. Yacked the entire time, chummed the water. Entire time. I don't know if it was because of just being out on a boat in the deep ocean, or a relatively small boat in the deep ocean, or the person who was taking us out was a big cigar smoker, so he was blowing cigar smoke on top of being out in the churning waters. Toxic before I continue. A tinfish of moonfall is for toxic. Tiny saltwater fish native to the waters of Vilbrand. Unlike other wavekin, they feed only at night, and their activity increasing as Minfina waxes. Yes, Fishbringer has brought lovely fish from Moonsea. Pick up. First eye catch of lovely fish is still fresh in brain case of Toxix. Toxix has dreamings of tasty lovely fish. Friendly friend Fishbringer has made true toxic big dreams. Glory tales of Truturune are no silly babble. Fishbringer is Fishbringer of fairy legends. Toxtic make sure every gobby knows Fishbringer fairy legend. Congratulations, Fishbringer. Fame with fast trading goblins is liable to bring you fortune. Though you might want to find a less pungent title so as not to drive away other prospective patrons. What's in a title? Call a Fishbringer by any other name would smell as sweet. We'll go with the work boots. Sky fishing and dune fishing. Water, no problem. So, I think those are. You look them up. Sky fishing. Crate unlocked. Crates. Fishing. Guess not. I would think for sky fishing, it would make sense that you would have that when the Sea of Clouds opens. But I guess you've got it available even back here in ARR. Let's instead, actually, I think we're just gonna call it here. About 30 minutes early. I'm gonna call it here for the stream. So we did finish up botanist. We picked up leatherworker and carpenter, and we did some leveling for fisher, as well as continuing to do our supply and provision missions, which is making the grind much less grindy. I did like the conclusion to the botanist storyline, though. I really liked her stand at the, her philosophical stand at not wanting to supply the war effort. But it's still, I would have liked for her to say, I understand the need for botany, and I'll still be a botanist, but I can't be a part of this war machine. But she just joins back up, which is a little disappointing. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on your way out, whether you're watching the VOD or whether you're watching live, both are greatly appreciative. Help a ton with the algorithm. If you'd like to know the next time that I go live, best and easiest way, once again, is to just subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, you can join the community Discord, so you can see those go live announcements. You find that link in the video description below. And yeah, we're making our way inching ever closer to finally changing the splash screen, or the thumbnail video, not video, the thumbnail of my videos to something for 2.1. Yeah, I will see you next time I see you.